How nervous are you? We just had on Lonzo Ball. He said, I'm not nervous at all. Are you nervous?
No, I'm not nervous at all either.
Do you have any feel about where you're going?
Honestly, I really don't know. There's been so many just rumors and trades, and I really don't know at this point. I feel like anything can happen.
But it's so cool that you guys are so relaxed because, you know, we in our business, you know, I grow up in New York, I work in New York. I mean, you're going to go to a city and possibly that could be your home forever. So just how does it feel to just not know what direction your life is going to go in over the next 24 hours?
I mean, it's kind of hard not to think about, but, you know, I just try to worry about the things I can control. So I know going into the draft, you know, I can't really control where I go. I don't know who's going to pick me or anything, but whatever situations I'm, you know, presented with, I'm going to just try to make the best of it.
What was the best thing about the experience at Kansas? I mean, Kansas is such a classic basketball school, and it's such a big deal, and in some ways such great prep for the NBA because of how important the game is. What were some of the best things about going to school in Lawrence?
I think one of the best things was just the atmosphere, you know. Everybody loved KU in Lawrence, you know. Everybody loved the basketball team, and it just really made us feel like we were playing for more. You know, we weren't just playing for ourselves. We were playing for our entire school, and we felt that love from our school. And just having that school spirit and support just from everybody around, it really helped us throughout the year.
Let's talk about stuff that's really going to play an important role in your NBA career, Josh. I have people telling me that you started the chess club in high school. Is this true?
Elementary, yeah.
Elementary school?
Yeah, in third grade.
Wow. And you still play?
I do.
Would you say that you're great?
Would I say that I'm great? I wouldn't say that I'm great. I wouldn't say that.
Now, did you play against any of your teammates?
Nah, none of my teammates really played. It's kind of hard to find, you know, people my age or even around my age who, you know, like to play chess or even really want to play. But yeah, I think I need a little bit more age to become great. I find that the older guys that I play are really, really good.
What is it about chess? I've never really been smart enough to understand the game. So, like, what is it that makes it so fun? Because the people you find who are really into it, and it's too bad that you're unlikely to make it to 8 because here in New York, I don't know if you've gotten to go to a park and see it. There are just chessboards set up all over the park. But what is it about the game that's so appealing for you?
It's just that it's a thinking game, you know. It makes you think, and it's very strategic and kind of like basketball in some ways. But just sitting there, you know, being able to think and just testing your mind, I think is just the funnest part for me.
Josh, your mom played basketball. How much did you take from her game to your game?
My mom actually taught me a lot. She was the one who taught me how to play growing up. I actually got funny memories when we had a basketball hoop in our backyard, and I would play her one-on-one like almost every day up until I was about 13. All the way up until then, she used to beat the crap out of me, like beat me bad, block my shot, take the ball from me, knock me down. And I would just get so mad sometimes, and each day I would just play harder and harder. In 2 days I would elbow her by accident sometimes just because I was playing so hard. And like, this is my mom. But, you know, I got a little bit older, I got a little taller, and by the time I was like 13 or 14, she couldn't beat me anymore. I think first time I beat her, I ran out of the backyard, did a victory lap around the whole block.
Now, one of the interesting things that I read today, Josh, is that when the Celtics had the number 1 pick in the draft, you did not work out for them because you felt that if they kept number 1, they weren't going to pick you anyway. So now they traded down to 3. Philadelphia is up at 1. They're going to take Fultz, and the Celtics asked you if you could come in for a workout, but you said no, it's too late now, right?
Yeah, it was just the scheduling. It was just too late. I was already out here in New York, and me, my agent, and my family, we had different plans, so it was kind of a last-minute thing, and I just couldn't make it, but I definitely would have if I could.
Yeah, they still could take you, right?
They possibly still could, yeah. It's been some talk.
Your agent is B.J. Armstrong?
Yes.
So what's B.J. Armstrong like as an agent? For so many of us, of course, who grew up watching him or watched his whole career, I really know nothing about him. I didn't even know he was an agent. Tell us a little bit about B.J.
BJ's a great guy. One of the reasons that I chose him was just because he's been a player. You know, he's been in the front office before, and now he's an agent. So, you know, he's seen it just this whole process through different eyes, you know, different eyes of how he was, like, as a player through the front office. So he's got a lot of wisdom and knows the in and outs of this game and how everything goes, and it's been a great process.
All right, let's talk about there's one knock on your game, Josh, and I want you to address it. You're a physical freak at 6'8". You could play the 3 or the 4. But they say, you know what? He doesn't really have a great shot. Most of his baskets are in the paint where he can use his athleticism. Tell us about your shot. Is it something that you think has to be worked on, or do you think they're underselling it?
I think my shot is really undersold a lot. I definitely wouldn't say that my shot is one of my strong points, but I mean, when you look at a guy who can do so many things, you've got to point out something that he can't do. But
right.
You look at my season at Kansas, I shot 37% from 3. And that's a lot better than a lot of the guys that they say can shoot. So I don't see why my shot is being criticized so much. But I definitely would not say that my shot is one of my strong points in my game. I do know that I have to work on it and get better at it to become more of a threat. But I've been doing that. I feel like it's gotten a lot better since the season ended for me at Kansas. And I'm pretty excited to get back to playing.
You know, it's interesting. Any kid that gets to this level, Josh, is obviously very, very confident. You have to be.
Yeah.
So the first 2 picks in the draft, it looks like it's going to be Fultz and Ball, and then maybe you to the Celtics. What would you say to the 2 teams in front that aren't taking you? Do you think they're making a mistake?
Well, they haven't made a mistake yet. So, I mean, I can't really say. So it's possible they still could take me. I don't know what anybody's planning on doing in this draft, but you know, I don't think any team can look past any player in this draft just because it's so deep and we're all so talented. I've been knowing most of these guys for, you know, 5+ years, and it's really just depending on what these teams think they need. Like, if the Lakers feel they need a point guard, then of course they'll draft Lonzo if he's there. But, you know, if they feel like they need something else, they feel like they need a versatile guy, they need somebody to, you know, also be on the wing with Brandon, and who knows, maybe they'll draft me, or, you know, same for Philly. We just don't know yet.
Did you meet with Phil Jackson at all?
I did not meet with Phil Jackson, no.
Did they ask you to meet with them?
No, they didn't.
Is New York something that would interest you?
Definitely. You know, New York is a great place. I love New York. Being out here and playing under a legend like Phil Jackson would be great for me, I think. I think I could learn a lot of things from him. I have heard some talk that, you know, New York could be trying to make a trade to get in the top 3 of the draft. So, but who knows? You know, there's been a lot of talk like that with a lot of teams. So we'll just have to wait until tomorrow and see.
Who are you most likely to geek out about being on the same court with? You're going to look across and be like, oh, my God, I can't believe I'm playing so-and-so. Who's that?
Man, it's a few players, to be honest. I'd say Westbrook probably, Draymond Green, just because, you know, I know him and I've been knowing him for a while. So just to be able to see, like, he and I both, you know, growing into something special. Of course, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, so many great players.
Now, in all the years watching the NBA draft, and we'll let you go after this, Josh, obviously guys take a lot of pride in what they're wearing. How long did it take you to come up with something to wear? And what can we expect Josh Jackson to come up to the stage and shake Silver's hand with?
It took me a few weeks, probably like 3, to finally, you know, make a decision on what I wanted to wear to the draft. It'll be a little bit of color, not too loud, but definitely something nice.
Now, the one thing you have to remember, though, Josh, they're going to look at this picture 20 years from now, so it has to be timeless. It just can't be about now.
Yeah, it'll definitely be one to remember. I can promise that.
Josh, thanks so much for having fun with us. Good luck tomorrow. Should be a fun night for you.
Thank you, guys.